Cats have been considered very special beings since the beginning of humanity. In ancient Egypt, they were worshipped by the inhabitants of the entire territory, and their religion had the goddess Batet, the personification of the warm rays of the sun, represented as a woman with a cat's head or a whole cat. One of the most common qualifying characteristics of cats is their mysterious and enigmatic character. It is no surprise that many cat owners today misinterpret the behavior and signals of their beloved pets. Maybe they want to make us understand something completely different from what we are actually interpreting. The latter is more common than you can imagine. There is a lot of data that arises from the increasingly frequent and in-depth studies on cat behavior that not only refute these assertions, but also delve deeper into the personality of cats, providing unique and surprising characteristics. Unlike dogs, felines are very territorial and need considerable time to adapt to a new environment. Therefore, when faced with adoption, a series of factors must be taken into account that will help the child acclimatize correctly. Cats have unique and often mysterious behavior. By the way, they have a large number of quirks that are part of their usual character. Sometimes they run away and are surly, and other times, on the other hand, they chase us through all parts of the house, looking for signs of affection. But don't worry, dear friends, because in today's adventure, we are going to deny several of these misinterpretations that many have of their cats. Before we begin to reveal the cat mystery, we ask you to please leave your like, comment, share, and subscribe to this, your favorite channel. Let's get started. 1. Cat body language. It is very common to see them moving their legs. They do this to express that they are comfortable and safe, because they execute the same movements that they did in the happiest stage of their life, breastfeeding. Another important part of their body language is their tail, which expresses different feelings depending on its position and movement. Cats often rub their heads against the legs or pants of humans to leave their scent marking their presence and territory. 2. Pet a cat. Although many cats enjoy being cuddled, it is important to know that interaction with humans is something they must learn in a relatively short period, between 2 and 7 weeks of age. Additionally, the cat's personality, areas of the body that are touched, and how the cat is handled in general can play an important role in how the cat responds to human affections. According to scientists, a cat that tolerates petting is not necessarily a happy cat, as there are higher levels of stress in cats that tolerate petting instead of actively showing their discontent. 3. The food of these felines. Cats can't taste anything sweet. A genetic defect is responsible. Therefore, foods with added sugar do not taste any different to cats than foods without sugar. It is best not to give them sugary products. 4. Communication. Cats communicate with each other primarily through their body language. It is important to note that they almost only use meows with humans, since they often do not perceive their body signals. According to a recent study, cats can recognize their name and distinguish it from other similar words of the same length and intonation, even when the person who pronounces it is a person unknown to them. 5. How much do cats sleep? Cats are very sleepy. Most domestic felines can sleep between 10 and 13 hours a day, 50 to 110 minutes at a time, and it is not unusual for a cat to sleep up to 17 hours. They have twilight or nocturnal habits, which partly coincides with the time that modern urban humans can dedicate to them. 6. Anatomy and its power of adaptation. Cats are agile and flexible, and it is often surprising how they can pass through certain places or handle their bodies with superlative ductility and finesse. Cats' shoulders are only connected to the spine by ligaments and muscles, and the clavicle is just a vestige. This makes its skeleton flexible and allows it to cushion jumps and enables it to pass through small holes. A fit cat can jump up to 2 meters from a standing position without prior push-off. Cats have 32 muscles in each ear, while humans only have 6. 7. The look of cats. Although they use many parts of their body to communicate, such as their tail or legs, their eyes are a fundamental part of their overall communication. Cats speak with their eyes. Through their eyes they tell if they are afraid, angry, or calm. Staring at a cat can be a pattern of intimidation or defiance. They do it when, in a state of alert, they stare without blinking, trying to dissuade the possible threat. For this reason, it is not good to stare at them because they feel challenged. They are capable of winking their eyes, or even more so of making a mischievous and knowing squint of both eyes when they want to express that there is no conflict and that everything is fine. 8. Cat licking. Hygiene and grooming, possible due to the rough and prickly structure of their tongue, are desirable consequences of a task motivated primarily by reasons of identity and identification, thermal regulation, and the incorporation of vitamins. When we pet our cat, we most likely receive in response a series of obsessive and rhythmic licks given by the minimum on the areas where we have touched the animal. This does not mean contempt for us by any means. It means a biological need to defend and clarify your identity and identification as a cat and nothing more. 9. Cats and games. Depending on the type of game, toy, or activity and the interaction that the activity needs will be the time that must be dedicated. If you get bored easily, it's because you didn't find the game attractive. There are many elements to entertain cats, from toys to food, but the best way to do it is by playing with them. Specialists recommend that direct contact with the body is not part of the game since they need the coherent message that the body is not for sinking teeth or claws into. Toys should be used to recreate the chase that a cat needs to do. 10. Cats and old age. While it is not common for cats to live 20 years or more, it is acceptable for the average feline lifespan to be considered between 13 and 15 years. Aging is a natural process that produces changes in the body's metabolism, hormonal balance, and sensory perception. Age brings with it the gradual decline of the body's metabolic activity. Reduced tolerance to medication, inability to regulate body temperature, decreased caloric needs, and decreased immunity to disease accompany this decline. The progressive degeneration of the organs responsible for hormonal functions, thyroid, adrenal glands, pancreas, and kidneys, can lead to associated diseases. The ability to taste, smell, hear, and see also decreases with age. Physical and behavioral manifestations may reflect some of these bodily changes: progressive loss of brightness in the eyes, thinning of the coat, increased sensitivity to cold, sagging skin, prominent spine and hips, hardening of the joints, graying of the muzzle, muscle atrophy, and deafness. Behaviorally, the older cat is less tolerant of environmental changes, sleeps more and is less active, and may even appear more irritable. Once they reach 8 or 9 years of age, cats are more susceptible to diseases associated with aging. It is advisable to have older cats checked annually or more often by a veterinarian. We have discovered in this video what cats really mean with their attitudes and movements. From now on, you will not misinterpret your cat's movements and attitudes. Well, you already know what each and every one of them means. If you like this video, please leave your like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch the other videos we have for you on this, your favorite channel. Until next time, friends.